Okay, so it is Sunday afternoon right now. Just finished up deadlifting this week, so all my workouts have been completed this week. No rest days at all. Lifted a total of 8 times. 8 times? Yeah, 8 times this week. And the majority of the workouts were really good. The only thing that was bad this week was my leg day. That was a disaster from Wednesday. That's because I did so much stuff on Tuesday on my back that when it came to squat on that Wednesday, my back was just too fried to be able to do that, so that did not go so well. So going into next week, hopefully I just can squat better than this week because my bench improved in some ways, my deadlift improved in some ways, while my squat just had nothing in the tank this week. So that was really bad. But besides that, it was a very good week. Besides that, so dumbbell bench was 105s, 4 sets of 10, then a set of 9. I was really happy with the form this week. It was definitely better than it's been from the previous week, I would say. And then the PR I got that day on incline dumbbell bench, I did 95s for a set of 11. I tried to get 12, but after the 11th rep, I had nothing left. And after that, I could only get 6 reps with that weight. Tomorrow, if I decide to do incline with dumbbells, maybe I could squeeze out a 12th rep. We'll see what I decide to go for tomorrow. The rest of the chest day was fine. Did some decline bench. Eventually, I did weighted push-ups. The weighted push-ups was the first time I've done them in a while, so that was a little weaker than I would have liked, but still not bad. On the push-ups, I did 55 on my back for 6, then 3 sets of 8, and then 45 for 10. I was just getting used to the push-ups again since I took a break from them for a couple weeks, and I'm sure when I do them tomorrow, it will be a lot easier. So again, chest day was a really good day, and then this is some of the footage from Tuesday that you'll see. Dumbbell rows, I did do 105, so 5 sets of 10. I was pretty happy with the form. You'll see the first 3 sets here, and like with dumbbell bench, only showing the first 3 out of 5 sets, just for time's sake. The last set got a little bit sloppy, but all around, it was good all around. I was happy with it. I wasn't complaining or too cranky about how the dumbbell rows turned out from this week. So that's good. So again, Monday killed it on chest and tries, and then right here you're seeing back and buys where I killed it on the rows. Pull-ups I did 2 sets of 12, a set of 11, 2 sets of 10, which was still fine, nothing too awful or anything to complain about. So then on Penlay rows this day, I did feel a little off doing the rows, the dumbbell rows here, even though they turned out fine, and I did feel a little tired doing the pull-ups. But I finally got my mind in the game of Penlay rows. The previous week I did 240 for 10. This week I decided let's go for 245. Not only did I get 245 for 10, but I got 250 for 10, and then I got 255 for 10. So that's a 15-pound increase on what I can do for 10 on the exercise from that week. After that, I went up to 265 and did 2 okay sets of 5. But again, I've been doing Penlay rows for several weeks now as my third exercise, and I definitely, it's gone up from 225 for 10 to 255 for 10. And that's just because, again, I haven't done the exercise, so it's all those kind of beginner gains you get when you when you first start doing an exercise. So, yeah. Will I go for 260 for 10 this coming week? Maybe. We'll see. Definitely wouldn't want to start that heavy the first set of the exercise. If anything, I'll start with like maybe 250 and then maybe 257 and see if I can get 10 with 250 and then do 257 for 10. We'll see. So here's some of the pull-ups. Not my best pull-ups ever, not the worst. Somewhere in the middle. But yeah, so my back day was 25 sets of back, and then I did my biceps, I did my forearms. But I did a crap ton of back that day, and all big exercises, dumbbell rows, Penlay rows, pull-ups, even, lat pull-downs, but nothing easy, exactly. So then I decided I still wanted to do something else that day, so a friend of mine, mine and I drove up to a powerlifting gym, uh, about an hour away, so I could do some deadlifts and he could do some bench. I figured, again, I didn't want to bench because I just did chest the day before. Didn't want to squat because I have legs the next day. But I decided to get cocky and go for some deadlifts, which will be coming up after the Penlay Row video. So again, I finally got my first 10 rep max on deadlifts of the year, and it was my first 10 rep max since June. In June, I did 465 for 10 reps, and it was really sloppy, lots of hitching, lots of really crooked back, and I haven't tried for a 10 rep max since. Since June, I spent July through December focusing on like what I can do for 3 sets of 10, and then eventually like a 12 rep max with lesser weight to build back up. But I decided it's time to go for a 10 rep max again. We'll see how I do. And I pulled 475 for 10 reps at 200 pounds. No belt, mixed grip and chalk. The reps were touch and go from 1 through 8. And then 9 and 10 I had to grind through. This is it right here. So yeah, I did that lifting. The first, the actual workout was, 9 o'clock in the morning. And then this was around 4:30. So I gave myself several hours just so my back could catch a break and I could try this. Again, this isn't exactly the cleanest deadlifting ever.
Come on!
But if you go back and watch my 465 for 10 or even my 455 for 10 from the previous year, this is a lot better. Oh, at least the camera angle makes it look better. Before this, I did 135 and 295 for 10 to get loose. And this is still a PR. I wish I could have gotten 5, but my best with 495 before this was 3 reps, and now it's an extra rep.
Come on! Come on!
And then I was thinking about going for a 5th one, but I could just feel it would not budge. And he was a sloppy 515. Again, I would have liked to have gotten 2 on this, but I felt like I was going to puke, and you can see why. So again, when I tried to do legs the next day, my lower back was fried. So this was all I had, which is really pathetic. Really, really pathetic. Again, don't even feel like talking about the legs. So going on to Thursday, I did well on bench. I did 285 for 4 sets of 5, 275 for 3. The first set of 285 was a bit sloppy. Sets 2 and 3 were good. The 4th set was really bad, so I went down, and then at 275 wasn't that good. After that, I did some barbell overhead press, which did not go well either. So bench was okay. The barbell overhead was crappy, but I made up for it on overhead press seated with dumbbells. I did 75s in each hand for 5 sets of 10. So that was really nice because I've been doing 3 sets of 10 at times since June of 2017. Usually I've been going back down to 70s, maybe 2 sets of 10 with 75s, a set of 10 with 70. So finally we got past that plateau of just only being able to do 3 sets of 10 with the weight and grinded out 5 sets of 10 with that weight. So that's something I'm kind of proud of. After that, I did my accessories for shoulders and triceps. Friday, I did biceps, back, and forearms, alternating dumbbell curls right here. I was able to pick up the weight this week again. I have done 55s for 5 sets of 10. The first 3 sets with the 55s were okay, but I decided to go down and wait for the last 2 just so I don't get too sloppy. Did some concentration hammer curls, some pronated barbell curls, wide grip lat pull downs, machine row, pronated and supinated wrist curls for my forearms. And this was just a good day in terms of just getting a pump and making my arms feel nice and big. On Saturday, I did some bench press. I actually did pretty well. I did 317 and 322 for a pause rep, 327 for a touch and go rep, and then increased my 12 rep max to 252, which is again only a 2-pound increase, but it's something. So, new 10 rep max on deadlifts, new 12 rep max on bench, new 10 rep max on Penlay rows, new volume, PR and overhead press. So the week again was going really good, besides the bad squats. And then today I tried deadlifting, and it's time to change up my routine because I did do 465 for 12, which you will see here, but it was again really sloppy. Definitely worse than my 460 for 12 last week, nowhere near close to the quality of my 455 for 12 from 2 weeks ago. So this should definitely be the last time I go for this for a little bit now. We'll see what I decide to do next week. Also just pisses me off that the camera angle is really crappy. You can't even see the full bar and the weight, so that pissed me off. Pissed me off that I couldn't just get the first 10 reps touch and go. It was the first 9, so I had to grind out the last 3, and it took me over a minute to do this, so that pissed me off. And then you'll see that the camera completely got screwed up after the 11th rep going on to the 12th. Well, I won't be even in frame, but also leave the whole video here so you can see the tiny edge of the barbell for the 12th rep, because as you'll see, I won't be visible in about 3 seconds. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. So that pissed me off. After this, I could only do 485 and 515 for 1 each, so completely burned myself out on this set. After this, I did some calf raises, and that's all I have to say. Thanks for watching.